What is going on? I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Hey guys. Hey class, this is Chris Walton. I am here in the office with the dog. Sorry. Say hi. Hi to the camera. She needs a haircut very badly, but I'm working on it. Hey, maybe next video she'll have a good haircut. You never know. So, I'm proud of you guys. You guys did really good with the videos. I know it's not easy making a video, but I was watching some of you guys' videos, and it seems like you did pretty good for a first time. So kudos to you. Thumbs up. A lot of you guys travel. That's amazing. That's awesome. I wish I could travel as much as you do. And from the sounds of some of the videos, you guys have a lot of great adventures and they got a nice personality. So looking forward to get to know you more and more each week, week by week. Don't be afraid to show something fun that's happening or something cool you bought or something whatever in your videos, in your dorm room, in your car. Feel free. I'm gonna do it. As you can see, like I said, I have my dog who keeps on. She's looking at me underneath the table while I for the video. This is Mimi, and then Bella's somewhere around the corner. But this week we are in week 2. Today I'm just going to talk about really briefly a brief overview of part 135, 121. And then that's probably going to be all for this quick lesson. Part in a nutshell, I'm going to go into a little more detail, and I'm going to include some slides for reference, but I have the notes in the background. In a nutshell, part 121 is scheduled air service, and part 135 is non-scheduled air service. Easiest way to remember. Part 121, scheduled air service. Part 135, non-scheduled air service. So, what is by definition, part 121 is a carrier that runs on specific routes at specific times for hire and under the rules set by the FAR 121, Federal Aviation Regulations 121. That is airlines. Pretty much, in a nutshell, airlines. Scheduled air service, specific routes, specific time. It's for hire. You're paying for the services. That is an airliner or a commercial carrier. So those are your Deltas, your Americans, your Southwest, your Alaska Air, JetBlue, all the above. United. That is your Part 121 carriers. Your scheduled air service. So if it's scheduled air service, Part 121. On the other side, like I said, Part 135. Is your non-scheduled air service. So those are your charter companies, your air taxis, your fractional ownership, anything that is not scheduled air service. So if say a charter company decided they wanted to go Part 121, they would have scheduled air service every week at this time, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're flying this route from Canada to New Mexico. It's a scheduled air service. This is for hire. It would be a Part 121 operator. Now, each side has its own. Each side has its own regulations and guidelines that they have to abide by the FAA. Their own restrictions, their own training requirements, their own operational requirements. We're going to get into those as the course goes on, as the weeks go on. Today is just a brief overview. I want to share some more information. By definition, Part 135. Is a federal aviation regulation that governs charter and air taxi operators and sets the requirements for the persons and aircrafts performing on-demand and commuter operations. That is Part 135. So that's what a charter is. I'm talking about what a charter and air taxi is. So charter is a non-scheduled flight operated in accordance to national laws and regulations of the country being served. So it's pretty much renting. You're pretty much renting an aircraft. You're renting a crew for your personal, business, leisure, cargo, whatever your chosen is, from one point to another. That's what a charter is. You're renting. And then air taxi is on-demand service. So pretty much, hey, I need a flight from here to here. You're on demand. It has a certain aircraft limit. So aircraft with fewer than 30 passenger seats and a payload capacity of 7,500 pounds or less. That's for higher compensation. That is what air taxi is by definition. So, if you are asked the question, what is a Part 121 operator? Scheduled air service. What is a Part 135 operator? non-scheduled air service. It falls under, so you take a trip to the Grand Canyon and you want to rent a helicopter to fly you over the Grand Canyon and show you a scenic tour. That falls under Part 135 because it's non-scheduled. It's non-scheduled. There's no, hey, we are flying this route from here to here. It's non-scheduled. However, if you go to Colorado, you decide, hey, I want to take a flight back to New York, Colorado to New York. Times are 8 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday. You choose one. It's scheduled air service. You're paying for it. It has a specific route. That is a Part 121 operator. Awesome. The hardest part I find with this is looking at the camera, because I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at myself record. I need to be looking at the camera. I'm probably going to get a sticky note. That way it tells me what to look at. I know, easier said than done, as you guys found out. There we go. You guys found out. But that is a nutshell. The question for the week, I think, for the discussion. Let me pull it up. The question is, okay. This past during COVID, because that's where we're in, COVID season right now. I don't joke lightly about it when I say COVID. I say if anybody's affected by COVID, I don't mean to joke about it. It's a very serious thing. I take safety seriously. Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you quarantine. Safe practices. However, it has really affected the aviation industry. As you know of, it has knocked out a lot of airlines because of the decline in service and capacity. The demand has drastically dropped. A lot of airlines have had to furlough pilots. They've had to park their fleets. They went from a surplus of aircraft and a shortage of pilots to too many aircraft and too many pilots because the demand for flying just dropped dramatically. That was 121. On the opposite side, Part 135 is affected completely different. So, the discussion question for the week is, in your video, discuss how Part 135 operators were affected by COVID. What happened to them? What happened to the charter services, the on-demand, the fractional ownerships, the business jets? How are they surviving? What are they doing? What's it look like? What does COVID look like for them? So, do some research, look into it, and I look forward to watching your responses. So, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, text message, whatever works best for you. I will see you next time. Take care.